what's the learning curve like for trying to dial one in, especially if you're talking about hunting in cold weather? How much does that really impact where you're shooting?
Um, so I mean, you could lose at least 400 psi. You know, like freezing weather.
Mhm.
I've hunted in 17-degree weather before up in Missouri a few years ago. Sitting up there in the, keep looking at the gauge on the gun to see what it's doing.
Mhm.
Um, when it's that cold, you don't want to take extremely long shots because you're not quite sure what it's going to do. So I mean, your uh, your limitations, but you practice. You get out in that cold weather, you practice. Um, don't take shot after shot. Um, Let the gun cool down. Um, Take your shot at whatever distance, fill it back up, let it sit for about 15, 20 so it can cool down again. When you pressurize your gun, air. So you got the ambient temperature, outside temperature, cool the air back down, get it to where it's going to sit, and then shoot it again. What you don't want to do is fill your gun up to, let's say, 3,000 psi inside, take it outside, watch it drop to 2,600 and say, oh, I need to fill my gun up, and fill it back up. So now you're at 3,000 psi. It warms up during the day. Now your pressure goes past 3,000, and then you have a chance to valve lock. You go to shoot at a deer, and the gun goes off, and you're like, well, that didn't sound right, and the deer runs off, and maybe it's wounded or something like that. So you have to know these sort of things.
Mm. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, you really, yeah, you do have to be. I guess you have to really go to a whole other level, another level of understanding
Right.
your equipment. That's just
Yep.
part of the responsibility of, whether it doesn't matter if you're hunting with a bow or a center fire or this. I mean, those principles never change.